Now, from Paris to New York, you may have seen this next guest right here on 2K TV.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the playoff intensity can be felt as the starting lineups conclude. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily with the NBA playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. We're all tied at 1-1. If the first two games have been any indication, we should be in for a great series. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. So with Gasol on the bench. So this is who Kevin Ollie has out. They've got Robinson. Anthony out there with Moses Malone. Then it's Iverson. And it's Kuzi in at the one spot. And for Chicago, Jokic is out there with Walton. And there's Embiid. Then it's Nash. And it's Curry in at the two guard. Look at Chicago. Well, they stole one on the road, and that was their goal. Now they have a chance to take command of the series, Greg. But it's going to be difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they still got a lot to prove, Kevin, coming into this series as an underdog. But I've been impressed with their fight and execution. You can tell they're not intimidated. We'll see if they can maintain that level of confidence tonight.
That'll be key, you're right. Back to Malone, and it's Malone finishing it off.
Moses Malone.
He just sees everything on the floor. Nice vision from Iverson to find the open man.
Now, here's Nash. Now the pass to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Back to Nash from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Kuzi. Fires from deep. They get it back.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Here's Chicago. 4-point game. Curry outside. And it's Malone with the rebound. Iverson right side. Shoots over Curry. Here's Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Just throwing himself on the offensive glass. Robinson knows he has the size and length to capitalize there.
Iverson against Curry. Chalk up 2 there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Nash the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Walton. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Jokic against Anthony. Here's Nash. A second chance effort. Robinson pulls it in.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Here's Iverson. Robinson on the wing. Back to Iverson. Takes the 3. Here's Malone. And it's slammed in by Malone.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? He loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Yeah, easy call.
Moses Malone.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bulls,
That free throw hit the wall. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Williamson is checked in for Joel Embiid. Klay Thompson comes in for Jokic. Booker, he's checked in for Curry. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Steve Nash. Kidd kicks to Payton. Good, and the assist to Kidd.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Lillard looking around. Here's Walton. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Lillard against Payton. Anthony on the wing. Lillard with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Anthony against Thompson. From 13, Anthony can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Booker dishes to Lillard. Thompson outside. That 3 off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
The drive by Booker. The kick out to Walton. Back to Booker. Lillard outside. Over Payton. Lillard misses. And here are the Nets. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Carmelo. Back to Payton. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Gary Payton.
Payton's got 5 points so far. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Down low, and stolen by Nowitzki. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Anthony, the pass to Nowitzki. "11 seconds left here in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. And here's Anthony for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Carmelo Anthony.
We're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
The end of the first
And
quarter.
so it's the Brooklyn Nets riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down
The
low.
Nets, 22.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
So with Gasol on the bench. So this is who Kevin Ollie has out there. They've got Anthony. He's out there with Moses Malone. And it's Kuzi in at the point. No one covering. 10 points for him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Curry outside. Curry! Oh, what else is new?
And how many times have we seen this? Curry always has an answer from 3.
Pass to Anthony. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Passes it to Kuzi. A 3 ball. Anthony down low. He's against Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nikola Jokic.
You know, sold him on the up fake, and Carmelo with the veteran move to get to the free throw line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Carmelo Anthony.
And the first one drops.
A line for two.
Lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Julius Randle. Both free throws good from Anthony.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. They won their last game Monday night.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You know what? Sometimes it's hard to say whether or not defensively you were on your game. But bottom line is their opponent didn't shoot it well, and you got to take some of the credit from a defensive standpoint.
All night, a display of physical and mental toughness, swarming at every basketball. They suffocated that offense.
Jokic, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one is good.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Nash outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nash has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You really can't let someone with Nash's accuracy get that close. I mean, he won't waste those high percentage looks.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Who wants a t-shirt?
The Nets making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Anthony kicks to Iverson. And the pass to Kuzi. Takes a three. Good on the three-point shot. Kuzi's got his first 3 points of the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Kuzi, defended by Nash. Iverson left side. Feeds it to Robinson. And yes, it's good.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
First personal foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
And they've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
Here's Kuzi, defended by Nash. Lets it go from deep. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. They'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Steve Nash. First personal foul.
And Kuzi's just an all-around talent,
13
superb
foul.
passer who also rebounds well at his position. And guess
Shooting
what,
for
folks? He
Brooklyn.
can also score with the best of them.
Bob
Yeah, nice
Cousy.
job of drawing the contact and
At the line
creating
for three.
opportunities at the line.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Walton comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Klay Thompson in for Nikola Jokic. Nash outside. Clock at 6. To the wing right side. Lets it go. And it's Walton missing. Nets leading by 19. Here's Kuzi. 6 points for him. And stolen by Nash. Pass to Thompson. There's the triple. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Nice play by Klay Thompson, one of the best
Klay
shooters in the
Thompson.
catch-and-shoot game.
Kuzi passes to Iverson. Here's Kuzi, defended by Nash. The feed to Carmelo. Got it. Good job in the low post. Anthony's got 9 points in the quarter. And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 18. Pass to Embiid. He kicks to Nash. Now here's Walton. He's covered closely. Anthony in the corner. Pulls up. It's hauled in by the Bulls. We've got 1:13 left here in the second. Nash outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Bob Pettit.
Oh, that's a great job by Nash, just earning that call. He makes the defense so uncomfortable.
Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Chicago making some changes. Julius Randle comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Booker in for Curry. Nets leading by 16. Kidd kicks to Nowitzki. Oh, the lob to Nowitzki. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Thompson outside. There's 42 seconds left now here in the second. Booker outside. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Williamson is checked in for the Bulls. Damian Lillard comes in for Steve Nash. Malone's checked in for Brooklyn. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Payton. Outside Kidd. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Booker against Kidd. The drive by Booker. That shot off the mark.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime
The
Show.
Nets, 39.
Well, there's a definite postseason buzz. Looking at the Nets, they are jumping at the opportunity to go up 2-1. If they continue on the same path they were on in the first half, that will put them in firm control of this series. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Well, if you're wondering why this game is a blowout, let me tell you why.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Stephen Curry. Walton is out there with Embiid. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Nash in at point guard. And Walton throws it down.
Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find him.
Here's Anthony. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again. Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here. Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Nash. Drives to the hoop. And he banks in the layup. Nash has got 8.
And you got to like how creative Nash is driving inside. A quick-footed guard who just kind of slices through the D and picks his spots.
And Walton sends it back. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Brooklyn ball.
Here's Kuzi. 6 points for him. To the paint. 6 to shoot. Robinson kicks to Iverson. Shoots over Curry.
How about the energy from Steph Curry on the defensive end right there? Really good job.
Here's Walton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Moses Malone.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
That free throw, no good. The Nets making a switch here.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Kuzi, defended by Nash. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Heaton. Out to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense.
What a feed to Embiid. Wow.
And you put the ball anywhere within a 3-foot radius of the rim. And Embiid's going to get that. He's also coming with bad intentions.
Walton against Robinson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Bill Walton.
It's going to go on Bill Walton.
First personal foul.
Surgical around the hoop. Robinson forces your hand as the defender.
The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the Bulls with some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Lillard subbed in for Nash. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
Curry kicks to Lillard. Curry is inside. Iverson covering. And Curry the bucket on the edge. Here's by Lillard. Curry's got 7 points.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timeout called, the Nets.
The Nets.
And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Walton kicks to Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. Pettit grabs the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Kuzi. Jokic defending. Here's Pettit. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Kuzi. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look.
Lillard from outside. Nailed from three-point range. Lillard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Payton kicks to Iverson. Passes it to Kuzi. Over Lillard. They get it back. Heaton And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
This is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, then this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Peyton. And the Bulls with some changes. Julius Randle comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Klay Thompson in for Nikola Jokic. .122 left in the third quarter. Thompson for the triple. Hangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 6.
This guy is on the short list of the all-time great three-point shooters. Klay Thompson's stroke is flawless.
Feeds to Randle. Knocks it loose. It's taken away by Peyton. Here's Kidd. Good D by Booker. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Williamson is checked in for the Bulls. And the Nets making a change here as well. Malone's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Shot from the inbound. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki.
Moses Malone.
He's got 8.
Nowitzki just so unselfish. When he sees a teammate wide open, doesn't take long to zip that pass right in the pocket.
And here's Booker from the arc. Connects from three-point range.
The defense a step slow.
You
can see the result.
Kidd passes to Malone. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
The lead now cut to single digits. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
And it's the moment Lillard passes half court, you have to pick him up because Dame's range is endless.
Iverson outside. The pass to Kidd. Nowitzki kicks to Iverson. Over Thompson. Misses there. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch.
The Bulls.
Nets lead by 8.
44.
And after
The Nets.
now let's hear what head coach Billy
52.
Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Okay, listen, let's sustain it now. Let's.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. So with Gasol on the bench. So this is who Kevin Ollie has out there. Nowitzki is out there with Anthony. Then there's Kidd. Then it's Malone. And it's Kuzi in the point guard position.
Well, the gravity of Stephen Curry allows for him to find open teammates. And boy, does he relish the chance.
It's Kidd with the drive. Here's Nowitzki. Good in the assist to Kidd.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Kidd's got 3 assists now in this one.
Come on, who doesn't like the turnaround jumper, especially when it's taken with that kind of precision?
Here's Nash. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Steve Nash.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Pass to Malone. A fadeaway. The shot will not fall. Good D by Embiid. Nash outside. Inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Moses Malone.
At the line for Chicago.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Kevin Ollie said to his team. He's happy with how they've been playing. He told them, hey, they had their chance, but this is where we take it from them. This is our game and our series. He's getting pretty fired up, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
It never ceases to amaze. Melo makes putting up big numbers like this look so effortless. What a performance.
Here's Walton. Good work defensively by Nowitzki.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Iverson's checked in for the Nets.
Chicago ball. Now into the lineup for the Nets.
Bulls trailed by 6.
Allen Iverson.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Oh, Curry is so dangerous in transition.
Boy, his hustle and his acceleration made Steph Curry such an excellent open floor player. This guy has the ability to finish on the break time and time again.
And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time.
Dirk Nowitzki.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, exposing the weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Nash.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Nowitzki, the pass to Kuzi. Iverson against Curry. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer, and that one goes off. And Embiid has got the ball here for Chicago. So far in the 4th quarter, they belong to 6 points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. And stolen by Nash. He nails it, and we're tied up. Nash has got 10 points in the quarter.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Gotta like what Steve Nash has done in this game.
Fans, if you want a t-shirt
right now, a good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button and figure out how to slow his roll.
And Brooklyn making a change here.
Now
Payton's
into the
checked
lineup
in.
for the Nets. Gary Payton.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. He feeds it to Carmelo. Rebound by the Bulls. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's the dish to Embiid. To take the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Falls for Chicago.
2 minutes.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Iverson passes to Carmelo. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
I mean, who else do you
Assisted
want taking
by
this shot? Anthony, a
Allen
natural
Iverson.
scorer in any situation.
Pass to Embiid. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Nash kicks to Jokic over Anthony. Jokic, no good. The Nets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And Anthony gets it to go.
Well, great job by Anthony keeping his balance, not allowing the contact to
David
stop him
Robinson.
from scoring.
Passes to Embiid. Over Robinson. Embiid, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Anthony. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Embiid against Robinson. High post, Embiid. Jokic trying to free himself up. Embiid, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
First team foul.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 6.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk. They're behind by 6.
One more time for your Bulls.
32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Nash outside. Dishes it to Walton. Up top, Embiid. Guarded by Robinson. Embiid wide open. And again, no good by Chicago. And that's an intentional foul.
Chicago foul. Steve Nash. Second personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Timeout for the
Chicago
Bulls.
calls timeout. They're trailing by 8.
All right,
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's what you're taking.
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Thompson kicks it out to Lillard. No good, unable to end this run.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win.
So you made the right affiliation choice with Elite. You have your music in the game. You have your build in the game. What's all this mean to you?
I started on the spot just trying to ask people to play with me, and now, you know.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
As they came through the tunnel earlier, the Pacers were already in all business mode, ready to defend their home turf. And the Lakers starting five. Ja Morant is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the small forward position. And for Indiana, tip-off goes to the Lakers. You look at the Pacers, they have a huge advantage, having stole the first two games on the road.
I mean, they really do, B.A. This is a dream start to their playoff run. This team smells blood in the water, believe that.
Now here's Morant. Got a hand on it. Durant surveying the D. And the basket by West.
And this is where the nickname comes from, Mr. Outside. West can kill you from distance.
Now Leonard. Puts it up from 15. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Well, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Durant, and they'll get another chance.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Pass to Duncan. Nice D from Durant.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
And the basket by West.
Nice read from the veteran Durant that time, recognizing the defense had overcommitted.
Now here's Morant to the inside. Here's O'Neal. Ooh, they can't stop the run with that one.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Here's McGrady. Leonard defending. McGrady shot is off.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Deflected. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Morant looking around. And then Morant with the dunk.
Just electric. Ja Morant. I mean, someone you paid to see.
Here's West. He's got 5. Outside Durant for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Second personal foul.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Talk about a modicum of consistency. Kevin Durant has played at an elite level since he's been in the league, and that's a lot of years, and continuing to do just that.
The Lakers have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Leonard on the wing. Pass to O'Neal. Over Durant. In tight, he gets the jumper to fall.
Way too strong down low. O'Neal, a dominant force near the basket.
Here's West. Off the mark there with a 3. The Lakers trail. And here's Morant. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Some changes now for the Lakers. Allen, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Young in for Morant. The Lakers call timeout.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Fans, please give a big round of applause.
It's George on the wing.
Pacers Youth Dance Team.
The shot. That is good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Let them hear you.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Paul George.
Here's McGrady. Allen defending. McGrady the pass to Hayes. Another shot. And rejected. High post Young. And he converts the layup.
Boy, good work from the big man. Shaq knows exactly when to find the open man.
Here's West. It's on target from the high post. West has got 7 points. And Young has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Larkin.
2 minutes.
Still without a bucket. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Jerry West. First personal foul.
Most people think of Young as a perimeter player, but he has the courage and toughness to work inside.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for O'Neal. And both free throws good for Young.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's West. He's got 7. Out to the right wing. And it's all from three-point range. The Lakers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Minute 32 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Allen. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
I think the defense was trying to disrupt Allen's rhythm there, but he wasn't having it.
Inside, Sampson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now here's Irving. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
Pass to Mikan. His first shot coming late. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by Sampson.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Irving, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
The putback. And Worthy pulls it down. The shot off that time. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Pacers. They lead by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just...
The Lakers, 12.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. All right, guys, let me get your thoughts on the Pacers and how they're playing so far.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring. Simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Ja Morant. And it's O'Neal in at the 5 down low. Count it. Good.
Boy, the Pearl the Pearl is a shifty ball handler with a quick first step, and he loves to make things happen.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Duncan, pass to O'Neal. It's deflected. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Down low. Blocked. They retain possession. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. The Pacers making a switch here.
Onto the court for the Pacers, Tracy McGrady.
Leonard passes to Duncan. Right side Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Pacers with a rebound.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Chase passes to Monroe. Here's McGrady. Leonard defending. Pulls it. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
The Lakers call timeout.
Timeout call for the Lakers. It's time for T-shirts.
Left side Morant.
Talk about being unstoppable. Shaquille O'Neal on that play, just too big, too explosive.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And it's rejected. And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
Out of bounds. Indiana.
Hayes is checked in for Indiana.
Onto the court for the Pacers. Elvin Hayes.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Releases. Monroe with a bucket. Monroe's got 4 points this quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Camby pulls it down.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
And the Lakers making a change here. George is checked in. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3. McGrady's got his second basket of the night.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Leonard outside. Pass to Duncan. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Love the communication on this play. Worthy knows the ball is coming and gets there for the alley-oop right on time.
Worthy. Assist from
and so Morant will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 9. Leonard finds Morant. Shoots from 14. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Morant's got 7 points in the game.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Here's Monroe, hounded by Morant. Monroe misses. The Lakers have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
From 13, here's O'Neal, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Shaquille O'Neal.
You know, even when you try to box out Shaq, he's still capable of grabbing the board. He's really just a hard, difficult matchup.
Indiana calls timeout.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now here's Irving. Here's McGrady. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Indiana. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's McGrady. Leonard defending. Who poked away? It's stolen by Leonard. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Tatum finds George. And he lobs it up top. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
George with a fantastic look. Excellent job creating an easy opportunity for his teammate.
The Pacers have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Here's Worthy, hounded by Tatum. Worthy can't hit. The Lakers trail. Pass to George. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
We've got 22 seconds left in the second. to end the cold spell. McGrady's shot is off.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Here's O'Neal. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's McGrady. Over Leonard. That misses. Would have counted had it gone.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion of it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
25.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here this evening for checking out the Pacers. They have taken care of business in the first two games, but they got a fight on their hands tonight. They're not going to be able to just cruise to a 3-0 lead in this series. It's going to take some effort in the second half. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so...
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Thanks for joining us again for round one of the NBA playoffs. Here's West. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Ja Morant picks one up.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line.
And he drops it first.
For Indiana, Jerry West.
And he can't hit the second. And for the Lakers, they're shooting at about 34% here in this game. And for the Lakers, Kawhi Leonard out there with Ja Morant. And it's O'Neal in at the 5. Here's Mikan. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. And for Indiana, Durant automatic at the rim.
Durant's a pleasure to watch moving in transition. So fluid and always under control.
Pass to Mikan. And here's Morant. He has 7. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
To the paint. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Boy, they keep feeding Shaq, and he keeps scoring. The big guy giving his team exactly what they want.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Offensive rebound. Yao. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket.
Yao Ming.
And the Pacers lead by 2.
What a way to get your first points of the half. Strong play on the offensive boards.
Exactly. He's playing aggressively right away here in the second half.
Only one man back on D. McGrady, good. McGrady's got 7 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
The Lakers call timeout. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players.
switch here. Monroe's checked in. Allen, he's checked in for the Lakers.
team.
Young comes in for Morant. From 8 feet away. Duncan, no good.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's West. Goes back up. Yao, shot is off.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Duncan, pass to Leonard. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Elvin Hayes. First personal foul.
Oh, what a powerful move by
First team foul.
Kawhi. Absorbing the foul, but still getting the shot in the air.
At the line for the Lakers, Kawhi Leonard. Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a solid free throw shooter. And, of course, Leonard has everything in his game.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Knocks down the triple.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Young, the pass to Duncan. Shoots over Durant. The Lakers with another miss. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Shays with the bucket.
Seems like they've lost their defensive focus here in the second half, giving up way too much shot.
Allen outside. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
Ray
Allen's
Allen.
got 5.
Just a nanosecond from touching the ball. Ray Allen ready to fire.
Here's West. Allen defending. Yep, count it. And the Pacers lead by 7.
So effective from mid-range. He's never questioned about taking that shot.
Allen, the pass to Mikan. Young with it. Here's Duncan. No made baskets yet. Clock at 4. From 17, Leonard gets the bucket.
Yeah, Kawhi, a master of the mid-range. For most, it's not efficient, but for him, it's cash money.
Pass to Monroe. To the middle. Here's Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside Young. Lets a floater go. He gets it in there.
Trey Young.
6 points for him.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
16 feet out. Durant's shot is off.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And Durant with the block.
You know, somehow Durant is still a bit overlooked as a defender and shot blocker. You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. For 3, Allen. The shot no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And finished off by Hayes.
Using his size and maybe just a little bit of power as well inside. That's how Hayes beats the contact.
Now here's Leonard, tightly guarded. And it's Shays with a rebound.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Allen on the wing. Outside Young.
with the power move.
Way to complete the play after contact. Young is tough.
Durant with it. He has 6. Pass to Monroe. Over Young. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Indiana Pacers closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. Back after this.
39.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. On the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. They've got Ja Morant. He's out there with George. And it's O'Neal in at the center position.
Assist
The
goes
pass,
to
the catch, the
Jason
slam.
Tatum.
What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's Shays, and that one's long.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
O'Neal passes to Morant. Here's Duncan. Now Morant. Ooh, Morant battling inside.
Just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Here's Shays. Basket is good. Nice 7 for Irving.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they've changed hoops. They're really looking strong here.
Down low. Here's Duncan. They grab their own miss. Here's O'Neal. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Indiana leading. To the inside. Shays. Paul George pulls it in. Going inside. And it's Irving with a rebound. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From the top of the key, again, Indiana.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick, and his ball handling is so good, absolutely, virtually impossible.
Here's Duncan. Here's O'Neal. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul.
First team foul.
Nothing easy inside.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Hey, everybody knows Shaq is a fun guy off the court, but when he puts on that jersey, playtime is over. He takes winning very seriously.
He's off on the second.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
3rd personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Indiana.
The first free throw is good.
Kevin Durant.
And so he makes both from the line. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Pass to Morant. Shoots. That shot, no good. Ooh, good D by Irving. And for the Pacers, they're shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Here's Durant. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Tatum finds Morant. Pass to Duncan. Pacers with a rebound. Yao's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
This is a game he'd like to forget. And the worst part is bringing down the whole squad.
That's the defense's fault right there. You can't allow Durant to get that kind of position.
Morant against Irving. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Simpson. Second personal foul.
First free throw is good. Hayes is checked in for Sampson. And the Lakers making a change here. And Morant drops them both. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's McGrady. Leonard defending. The 3 is up. McGrady shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Leonard right side. Fires from 14. It's
remaining
Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's McGrady. Leonard defending. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers.
Lakers ball.
The Lakers with the ball. 9-point game. Irving against Morant. On target from about 13 feet.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They lead by 7. There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Boy, his ability to penetrate in this one has really been something special, making the defense really look helpless as he was able to get inside time and time again. Not that it's easy to stop a guy with his ball skill and agility, but boy, did he make it look easy.
Yeah, this is something he will remember forever. These types of performances in the playoffs are what define a player's legacy. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. .103 left in the fourth quarter. Durant, the pass to Irving. From deep. And it's Mikan with a rebound.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Tipped. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Out of bounds. Lakers ball.
The Lakers call timeout. They're down by 7.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
There's 48 seconds left in the game.
Show some love and clap your hands. Here they are, your Indiana Pacemates. How about your Pacemates dance team, everyone? Show them some love.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. And the basket by Leonard.
Assistant.
Oh, man, what a bucket by Leonard. His team counts on him when the time is short because he can handle the pressure.
John Morant.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth. Durant for 3. Connects from downtown.
And they just
just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Morant with the close-range bucket.
You know Morant wants it. And guess what? He got it.
24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Fourth personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Indiana, Kyrie Irving.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Tell you, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. It seems like that ball is part of it.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're down by 8.
You shirts, man, but you need to be the loudest.
23 seconds left in the final quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Here's Allen off the inbound pass. He can't hit that time.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Now here's Irving. And so the Pacers take the win. And now the thrill 3-0. Winning this whole series is well within their grasp.